Very cool. All right, Michelle. Well, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it, making time out of your busy day to chat for a few minutes. So we'll go over just a few questions here, and basically just kind of want you to share what your experience has been like working with us. So I know you connected with us last year. Where were you prior to starting with working with us?
So prior to working with you, I had made great progress in incorporating daily activity into my life. And I was originally started trying to lose some pandemic pounds. And so I ended up, doing a lot of cardio and reducing my calories, tracking my calories, reducing my calories, and I hit a standstill. So, I made a lot of progress. I lost a lot of weight, but then it's like I kept reducing my calories and not losing any more weight, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was also, just starting to feel frustrated with the process. So that's when I came and I believe I participated in a challenge first. You had a summer
Oh,
challenge.
yes, that's right.
And so
Yes.
that's what I started out participating with. And as part of that, I said, this is working great. I want to sign up. So I signed up for the longer term.
Awesome. Yeah. So it sounds like you were having, frustrations in regards to intake and output and seeing results and just feeling kind of stuck. Were you feeling any sort of consequence like to your health or to your confidence because of that?
Yeah, definitely. I started feeling confidence loss. I mean, I felt like I had been doing so great, and everyone kept saying calories in, calories out, but I was like, I can't do this level of cardio and keep reducing the calories. Like I'm not, I'm losing energy, and this makes no sense. Like I couldn't understand what was happening. So it really was revolutionary for me to learn about, wow, you can rebuild metabolism. and, and as a matter of fact, what I had been doing was actually, in the long term would have been very harmful. So I'm glad I didn't wait and that I took the opportunity to start working with someone who knew what they were doing sooner than later.
Right. Yeah, no, that is a super great point. And I'm really glad we were able to help you catch that quickly, like you said, rather than later. Unfortunately, we have people that come in and they've been, in that same situation for 10 or 20 years, and then it's a much, much longer process. So I know that you mentioned that you had started working with us like during the challenge. What was the driving factor, in causing that decision to go ahead and continue working with us past the challenge?
Well, I had been doing reading about how women who are in their 40s, as I am, mid 40s, perimenopausal, need to start incorporating more strength training, and that it's really important for a long-term bone health and just long-term living well to do strength work. But I had never worked with any weights before, and I could quickly see in the challenge that this was a way to gain support as I learned how the gym equipment worked, as I learned how what I could do in my home equipment, all those sorts of things. And so I realized that I wanted more than just the challenge. I mean, I think the challenge really helped me see what I needed to do with my food and understand that part a little bit better. But I wanted the support of rebuilding my metabolism, which was going to take a little bit longer. And then the support of knowing how to do strength training. So that was really what drove it.
Yeah, no, that's super, super valid. Um, so when you came in, what would you say your top goals were?
Well, I kind of changed originally my goals were just like, okay, I want to lose this last bit of weight that I haven't been able to lose. And then I realized with the metabolism piece, like, wow, I can actually eat more, feel better, do more, and start doing like heavier lifting in ways that I hadn't thought was possible. So I think my goals started out as pretty short term and
Mhm.
turned into more of a life health process, and started really thinking about, as I am preparing my body to go through the menopause transition and preparing for training, how do I want to get myself into a sustainable framework that I can keep moving forward with and keep myself healthy and strong.
Right. No, that's fantastic. And that like encompasses exactly what we do. You got it. You got it. Awesome. So, um, going, looking at how the goals have changed, what are some of the key results or takeaways that have been something that is the most important to you during this process of working with us?
I mean, I went from 1,600 calories to 2,300 calories, and they're both maintenance calories, apparently, which is insane because my quality of life on 2,300 calories a day is so much better than my quality of life on 1,600.
Oh, heck yeah.
My husband has noted the improvement in my temperament.
Oh,
My
amazing.
my mood was like perpetual state of hangry. So the fact that, I can eat more without gaining weight and have the energy to do the things that I want to do with the training that I want to do is pretty astounding. And then the other thing that's been really key is working with Louisa to learn how to do programming. So we're starting to work on, so for months, she did all my programming and I worked with her and she built me up to understand, how to use different gym machines and different home equipment to work different parts of my body. And we reviewed the results on a weekly basis. But now we've started to, okay, so how am I going to take this forward in the longer term? And how can I develop my own programming and feel comfortable that I can, decide what I'm going to do. And then, and she gives me feedback on those decisions. And so it's been a really nice transition over the, many months now that I have worked with her. To empower me to be able to move forward.
Yeah. No, that is amazing. So you've done everything like just exactly wonderfully. I am so proud of you, like truly I am. And I'm not even, working hands on with you, but you've done exactly what we want all of our clients to do. Like you came in, you were receptive to the changes that needed to be made. And then once you got over that little hurdle of, oh my God, I have to eat more, which is so hard for
It
everybody.
is hard.
I know,
It
right?
is hard.
Yeah, but it's all really in our mind, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So once you jumped over that, you've just really switched to seeing that this is a long game. Yeah, we can get the weight off. We can always get the weight off, but that's really not the goal. The goal is being healthy long term.
Yeah.
And you've been able to apply things. And I didn't know you were working on your programming, and that's amazing. So you're going to understand the nutrition piece, you're going to have the exercise piece, and you're going to be set like 100% for long term.
Which is really exciting. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember when I first started, I took pictures of what I had available at home to work with.
Oh yeah,
And
I remember.
I said to Louisa that, I've got a 20-pound dumbbell, but, I really can't use it. And she said, don't worry, we're going to be using that. I thought, oh boy, I don't know about that. And, I have now bought two 30-pound dumbbells. So it's amazing. I mean, I never thought that that I would be able to be comfortable using, all of these real weights and to feel that strength in my body is really empowering.
Yeah, no, it so is. I'm so happy that you've just had such a great experience that you've applied. Really, I mean, we can write the best coaching program in the world, but if you don't follow it, you don't see what you want to see. So
Yeah.
props to you for doing everything just absolutely awesome. It's a huge testament to why you're so successful right now. Absolutely. So one last question. Or I guess there's two questions. So with all this knowledge that you have now and all of the success that you've been able to achieve over the last months with us, do you feel like you have those tools that you need to be successful long term?
I do. And, originally I signed up for 6 months and then I extended that.
Yep.
And I'm glad that I did because I felt that at 6 months, I was making the most of all the programming that was being given to me, but I didn't understand enough about the tools to do my own programming and move forward with confidence. And so that to me was really what I wanted to work on as I continued. And so I do feel then that I gained from that. And I've gained the ability to work long term and to carry forward because I didn't want it to be another quick fix, right? I mean, I seemed like I was specializing in that for a bit. And I wanted something that was going to be more long-term sustainable, which now I do feel that I have the tools to do that.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Super proud of you. Okay, so now last question. If you had if you had a friend, someone that was close to you and they were thinking about, considering coaching and working with us, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say that if you were vegan, you positively absolutely have to sign up with these people, um, because you don't have to explain anything. I mean, it's hard. I did work for a little bit with a non-vegan coach before, and it's hard to explain the nutrition piece to people who don't get it, the vegan nutrition piece to people who don't get it. And you feel like you end up repeating yourself a lot or answering what are kind of dumb questions because they don't have the background, they don't understand. Um, and so not only do I feel that this group really understands that, but you're also like these kick-ass vegan women athletes. And so it's inspirational to work with as a woman. I mean, as a woman and a vegan, I have found a lot of confidence boosting in seeing the wonderful coaches that we get to work with. And so I would definitely say that, um, as a female who is looking towards long-term health goals, that this is a fantastic group to join up
Thank you. That is so nice.
with. It's true.
Yeah. No, I know. I love our coaches. I am so proud of our coaches. They do absolutely amazing things. Um, that's awesome. I'm glad you appreciate them. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Michelle. That's all of my questions. Since we've got some time, was there anything you wanted to ask me?
No, I'm all good. I'm